Even animals can become superheroes. From saving kids to bringing down robbers and even picking fights with bears, these animals saved their humans from the worst possible. Even an elephant chipped in and saved a man from drowning. Today, we have pieced together some of the most amazing clips that show animals care so much for humans. So sit back and hang tight as we go through some of the most shocking cases of animals rescuing humans that will leave your mouth wide open. Plus, you will gain a newfound respect for these cute animals. Let's dive in. Number 1. Cat saves baby from a dog. This baby was out on his tiny ride, unaware that a dog had already targeted him. Within a few seconds, the dog came running at the boy and attacked him from behind. The poor baby fell down while the dog kept its stronghold on the boy's leg. But what it didn't know was that the baby had a friend cat that would tear the dog down. When the boy fell to the ground, the cat sprung into action and raced after the dog. That dog is not going to come near the house ever again.
With no regard for her own life, fly at the dog to protect him. I've never seen anything like that.
Number 2. Dog saves owners from a bear. This sly bear had somehow gotten inside the house. But don't worry, the dog is here to rescue the homeowners from the grizzly. The bear was sniffing around things when the dog caught on its scent. It came running after the bear and attacking it not once, but twice. The vicious attacks sent the sneaky intruder running for its life. It was not going to mess with this home ever again. Number 3. Cat saves baby from the hot stove. Everyone should have a protective cat like this one. The baby wants to reach up the oven and up to the hot stove. But the cat isn't going to let him get away that easily. The baby was not even near the stove when the cat's protective mode turned on. It tried to swerve the baby away from danger at first. When the baby didn't budge, the cat got up on its 2 feet and forced the baby to move away from the oven. Number 4. Tiger saves its owner from a leopard. Who needs a bodyguard when a tiger is there to save you from sudden death encounters? This cunning leopard had its eyes set on the man. But what it didn't anticipate was that the tiger was quietly watching the leopard's every move. As soon as the leopard approached its target, it sprinted and ran after the man, but the tiger was way ahead of the animal. It intercepted the attack and pushed down the leopard in a quick move. The man was left shocked by the sudden attack and couldn't help but give the tiger a big hug for saving him. Number 5. Beluga whale pushes the woman to safety. A swimmer was training with the whales in freezing water when suddenly she got a cramp. Because of the pain, she could not move or swim to safety. One of the whales picked up on the woman's distress and did something amazing. It pushed the woman using its mouth and helped her out of the water like no big deal. Number 6. German Shepherd saves boy from another dog. A boy was busy playing with his pet dog, but he had no clue a predator was near him. The dog came racing after the boy in an attempt to attack him and bring him down. But the pet dog was much faster, dropped over the boy to shield him from the terrifying dog attack. Once the boy was out of harm's way, the German Shepherd leapt at the dog and then chased it away until it was out of sight. The boy would have gotten a serious injury had the German Shepherd not spotted the dog. Number 7. Dog saves a boy from drowning. If you have any doubt that a dog is not smart, check out this video. It will change your mind. A kid was playing with his toy when it somehow ended up in the pond. The boy went straight to the rescue and tried fishing it out, but in an effort to do so, he would have drowned. The dog caught up on that and rushed to the scene. It not only dragged the boy away from the pond, but it also used the net to get the toy out of the water and into the hands of the little boy. This dog deserves an extra plate of treats for thinking quickly and smartly. Number 8. Smart Dog Rescue. If training was a race, this dog would be the winner. The intruder showed up at the house thinking he could fool the dog. Treating him as an unannounced guest, the dog tries to sniff him suspiciously but allows him inside. But when it hears the screams of its owner at the sight of the strange man, the dog turns its defense mode on.
Police were quickly able to track down the suspect.
It forces the man outside and leaps at his mouth to give him a small punishment for his stupid crime. The man runs away in panic, but not without getting a death stare from the dog. Number 9. Dog rushes to save boy. This boy had attracted an unwanted guest, a wild dog that wouldn't brush off without a deadly bite. But there's a twist that neither the boy nor the wild dog expected. Another dog that would rescue the child from the ferocious grasp. The superhero dog came running at the first sight of the boy's distress and attacked the wild dog into a royal rumble. The wild dog let go of the boy almost immediately, but tried to fight off the dog. But the furry friend overpowered the attacker and he got chased away. Number 10. Dog saves life of owner. A woman had been suffering from unexpected seizure attacks. When she got one in the middle of the day while walking her dog, her loyal pet came to her rescue. He came in front of one truck and started barking loudly, trying to get the attention of the trucker. It didn't stop until the driver got out and realized that the dog was attempting to get him to look at the fainted woman. This heroic act might have just saved that woman's life. Number 11. Little dog fights off a bigger dog. If you think a small dog would shy away from fighting a much larger dog while its owner is in danger, you would be doubting its loyalty. A stray dog had caught the scent of a woman walking with her small dog. It started following her, that soon turned into an unwanted chase. The small fighter realized that it had to step up and rescue her from this sneaky predator. It pulled a stop midway and immediately leapt at the stray dog. During the fight, the stray dog was forced to run away from the battle. You can see the proud strut of this pleased winner as it makes its way back to its owner. Number 12. Man saved by a dog. During a bear encounter, this bear probably thought that it could take this man down easily, but it had no idea a loyal partner would come in its way.
Gun to scare the grizzlies off.
The man picked up his rifle to shoot at the bear, but what he didn't realize either was that his dog had enough ammo for the bear. It barked at the grizzly that was thrice its size and forced the bear to run on its feet backwards. The dog did not stop the chase until the bear was well out of sight. It will be an escape that this bear will not be forgetting anytime soon. Number 13. Baby elephant tries to save a man. Who needs a lifeguard when you have your own personal elephant to help you out to the shore? This young man was responsible for saving the baby elephant's life. When he was swimming in the river, the slightly rough flow fooled the elephant into thinking he was drowning. The elephant may have wanted to return the favor, and it definitely didn't let this chance slide. It swam as fast as it could towards the man and rescued him from drowning by scooping him up in its small trunk. It couldn't get any cuter than this. Number 14. Dogs chase away robbers. This man was being trailed by a car filled with robbers, but he had no clue. They blocked his way and attempted to steal the car and rob the man of his belongings. But they didn't expect a surprise raid from the man's dogs. At the other end of the gate, his granddaughter had been taking the dogs out. When the dogs witnessed the strange men trying to rob their owner, they started a rampage. The robbers were forced to flee in panic while the old man secured himself inside the house. Number 15. Dog protects the sleeping owner. A woman had just gotten on the couch to sleep with her dogs beside her when a very large intruder made its way inside the house. The large grizzly had just walked into the kitchen, sniffing around the house when the dogs were put on full alert. They ran barking after the bear until it got scared and was chased away out of the house. The owner saw the bear remain stranded in the yard, surrounded by the two dogs who were trying to keep it in line by barking at a full volume.
Not sure what to do.
Number 16. Goose turns wild against a stranger. Never disturb a goose when it's having its personal time with its owner. This man didn't know he couldn't afford this mistake. A man was cuddling with his goose when a stranger tried to interrupt the fun time. The goose turned on its possessive mode and thought that the intruder would endanger its owner. It started off with a few harmless bites on the man's arm, which soon turned into a series of raging attacks by the goose. The man had no choice but to leave, while the goose felt victorious for scaring away the stranger. Number 17. Brave dog fights with a goose. A goose was on the verge of attacking this woman and her baby, but the dog caught on its malicious intent and blocked its way from pulling off an attack. It barked and made threatening attempts towards the goose to scare it off. The bird didn't budge at first, but eventually ran away, seeing that the loyal dog wouldn't let it near the humans. Kudos to the dog for trying to fight off the big goose when it looks pretty scared of the huge, flapping wings. Number 18. Lioness protects zookeeper from the lion. It was a normal day at the zoo when suddenly shrieks of fear went up in the air. A lion had started attacking a zookeeper. When the lioness got wind of what was going on, she rushed to the lion and tried to steer it away from the man. Together, a fellow zookeeper and the lioness managed to get the lion to calm down. Maybe the true ruler of the jungle is the lioness. Number 19. Dogs scare away thieves. Two thieves had emerged out of nowhere to apprehend a man, but what they didn't know was that the owner's loyal dogs were sitting in the car. The man's screams were enough to alert the two dogs. They came running hastily to protect their owner from the strange men. They leapt at the thieves and forced them to leave. Maybe you don't need cops after all. Number 20. Squad of Geese defends the old woman. A group of geese were so loyal to this old woman that they will attack anyone who dares come near the grandma. When they were out at the beach, a man tried to come near the geese, but he soon realized his dumb mistake. He ran away as fast as he could when the geese came running at him for stepping over the line. Nothing can hurt this old woman now. Number 21. Mouse cleans up the shed every night. This mouse probably grew a liking to the homeowners. When it saw that the shed was unkempt, it would come out at night and clean it up for them. You normally might be worried that a mouse is responsible for making your house dirtier, but this mouse here just changed the whole narrative. Like a scene out of Cinderella, it picks up the tools and puts them straight into the box. Number 22. Dog alerts the owner of a deadly snake. This man was out in his yard scrolling through his phone, unaware that he was about to meet a poisonous snake. The snake slithered its way onto the floor until it was near the man's feet. The dog noticed the serpent trying and ran after it. The man was suddenly made aware of the snake and sprang to his feet, but the dog didn't stop until the snake was well away from the both of them. Number 23. Crooks taught a lesson by the dog. This duo of thieves were trying to be smart as they made their way to this man. He was shocked by the sudden attack, but he didn't have to sweat at all with his pet dog there to protect him. The dog leapt at the thug, ready to attack. The thief got back on his motorcycle in fear, but that was not enough to stop the doggo. It ran after the thieves, probably trying to teach them a lesson in the dangers of messing with the paw patrol. Number 24. Fox scared away by the dogs. A cunning fox had somehow found its way inside the house. It was making its way slowly inside when the news traveled to the dogs. They showed no mercy and got into a high-speed chase after the small animal. The fox went sprinting and made a huge leap out of the house. Look at that high jump. Now that's impressive. Number 25. Dog rescues man from a running moose. This moose was probably in a bad mood that day. It created quite the ruffle by aiming for a man and recklessly running after him. The man immediately got scared and tried to flee, but he didn't need to do it when his dog was by his side. The small dog did not care that the moose was humongous in size. It came barking at a full volume until the moose got scared and swerved away. Number 26. Wolverine saves the man from an avalanche. This man hid himself in a pile of snow to see if his pet Wolverine would come to his aid, and he wasn't wrong to trust the furry pet. The Wolverine caught on the scent of his owner. After hearing his pleas, it got into action and threw the snow bit by bit until it caught a glimpse of its friend. The man forced his hand outwards to pet the Wolverine, but it simply wouldn't stop until the man was completely out of danger. It used its teeth to pull the man out of the huge pile of snow until he was finally free. Number 27. Dog gives a helping hand. This duo was busy pushing their car up the slope. The dog saw through their pain and couldn't help but share the load. It hopped out of the car and ran to the duo's aid. It propped itself on its 2 feet and used the other 2 to give a push to the car. The men couldn't help but share a hearty laugh at the pure soul's act of kindness. Number 28. Dog protects the woman from an intruder. An intruder had made his way inside this house. He hid behind the TV and came running when he saw the homeowner had spotted him. The woman screamed loudly and shut the door on him. But the woman didn't need police sirens to scare away the robber. Her dog was a big enough weapon. It heard the distressing shouts of its owner and sprung on the robber. The intruder tried to fight the pet off, but the dog brought him down with his ferocious bites. Number 29. A pod of dolphins. Protect a swimmer. A swimmer was out in the waves on a sunny day, enjoying the cool blue waters. Suddenly, he saw the fins of a gigantic 6-foot shark. It was lurking right beneath the swimmer and made several attempts at the man. The swimmer was scared for his life when he spotted about 10 dolphins inching closer to him. They had spotted the shark and were trying to steer it away. They stayed by his side for more than an hour until the shark found something else to do. Number 30. Dolphins. Save the diver. A diver was deep in the ocean when he spotted a hammerhead shark. He went to the surface and the shark trailed behind him. So he dove back down, and that's when he filmed something remarkable. A group of dolphins were nabbing at the shark. They seemed to have ganged up on the predator. The whole encounter confused the shark so much that it had to flee. Number 31. Cat stands up to an alligator. Cats can be crazily unpredictable, and this footage is proof of it. A boy was in danger of an alligator attack, and the cat noticed it. The feline stood between the boy and the gator with such determination that it forced the predator to stand down. It backed away against the deadly stare of the cat and went straight to where it came from. Number 32. Gorilla guards a boy. In a terrible incident, a boy had fallen about 20 feet on the ground in a gorilla enclosure. The parents were worried sick, but a gorilla came by to help him out. She first touched the boy to see if he was breathing. When she got the approval, she stood by his side to protect it from the danger of the other gorillas. She didn't move until the zoo officials picked the boy up and took him away to safety. Number 33. Dog rescues girl from drowning. A small girl was playing in the sea with her huge dog, keeping a close eye on her. A big wave came and pulled the girl down underwater. The dog sensed danger immediately. It rushed to the girl and pushed her out of the sea and safe from the huge waves coming her way. Number 34. Elephant becomes the support system. This elephant is the support system we all need. A woman was putting on her shoes after coming back from the lake. She was balancing herself on one foot as she picked a shoe to wear. The elephant stood by her side and used its trunk to guard the woman so she wouldn't fall back into the river if she stumbled. Now, that's who we call a true best friend. Number 35. Dog makes the thugs run. These masked men came with high hopes to attempt a robbery at this house, but when they hopped inside the house, they forgot to do one important thing: check for dogs. The robbers had only made it to the door when the dog started barking at the top of its lungs. A few loud barks out of the dog, and the thugs were fleeing in the opposite direction. They were running so fast that they didn't even look back. This dog beats every other form of security. Number 36, the seizing woman and her adorable dog. This dog is exactly who you need when you are sick. It is trained to help the owner out whenever she suffers from a seizure. You can see how the dog instantly hopped on its feet and laid down beneath her head when she started seizing. All of this so the woman doesn't hurt her head on the floor. Look at those adorable puppy eyes. Number 37, the cleaner fish. Who needs a toothbrush when you have these fishes handy? This is a sight that you won't ever see. A diver is in the depths of the ocean with his mouth wide open, and it is not because he is shocked. These fishes are called the cleaner wrasse, and they can remove harmful bacteria and dead cells from the mouth. Which one was your favorite encounter? Let us know in the comments and share a loving story about your pet with us. While you are at it, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We will be coming with more exciting uploads for your feed. Until then, have a great day, and thanks for watching.